siguiente conferencia es en inglés sin traducción simultánea. Welcome, Karin.
Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to present the Retex project, No Textile to Waste. We have to do the Retex, the recycling of textiles, so we have to rethink, reinvent, reuse. Okay. So it's a program supported by the European Commission, including 2 regions in northern France and Belgium. The idea of the project is to have more eco-design and less waste. We want to include the textile sector in the circular economy and link it to the textile recycling sector. But let's watch the video which introduces Retex. On the next. You don't have the right video? Okay. You don't have? It's not starting? Okay. So let's do without the video. Here you have the list of the partners involved in the project, as well as the associated partners. It's a networking project, so voilà. What we want to do is to share actions, and we have one target. We know that we can have 150,000 tons of clothing which are collected in 2020, and 50% of this has to be recycled, which means 75,000 tons. Half of this deposit is in cotton, polyester, or cotton and polyester blended. It means that we have a potential of 37,500 tons in cotton and in polyester. We know that we will have to study complementary treatment of textiles from recycling, mechanical, melt or chemical processes, and that we will have to work with the cross-sectoral approach with textile and plastics. We have a French agency for environment and energy control which has analyzed the product's life cycle, from its production, its use, and its end of life. So here we have gathered the 7 pillars of the circular economy from the 3 points of view: from the economic stakeholder products, the consumer demand and behavior, and the waste management. And as we've seen this morning, there may be several approaches together at the same time, as for Gentle Factory or Cyrillus, for example. They use recycled materials, they have a stock market on internet, and they can give a purchase voucher for returning used products, etc. We have a very dynamic textile industry with about 15,000 employees together, northern France and Belgium. And our mass distribution is well implemented in northern France, as well as the key accounts. So here on the slide, on one hand, you have the demand for recycled textile products, and on the other hand, the offer. The sorters collectors employ about 2,000 people on our territory. They also induce the creation of new jobs in logistics, packaging, and so on. And so far, we are writing the requirements to set the market. We have, to be able to work on this, we have carried a survey of companies. Those companies had to quote the 5 first purchased materials with their form, and also to list the textile waste in form and quantity. We finally had 20 full surveys, completely full surveys, which is a great achievement, and we aim at 50 over the 150 identified companies in our territories. The answers already give a nice overview. we have 12,000 ton waste for 174,000 tons of purchased materials, which is a lot to do in our area. Here we have analyzed the mechanical processes to work on the material, all the material, the synthetic materials. And on the next slide, no, I'm going to, the chemical processes to handle the material. Okay. Of course, there are advantages and disadvantages of both ways of processing. And we are currently carrying trials in mechanical recycling of end-of-life materials and production waste to spin 100 cotton yarns made of recycled cotton. We are also melting textile polyester to make pellets. So far, we are working at lab scale for plastergy, but we have already been successful with some products. Okay, first I would like to give you a few samples, a few examples of what has been done. This one is made of shreds of woven fabrics which are cut and blended with cement to make tiles which are under test for their acoustic performance. They shall be used for anti-noise walls, for instance. This project was led by EcoTLC, which is an organization with funds for collecting and sorting textiles. And there is also a tax collected on each textile product on the French market. Next example is rather well known in France. It's called Métis, and it is a product used for thermal and acoustic insulation. It is manufactured by Le Relais, which is based on solidarity economy. They collect, they sort, they do the fraying, they manufacture the non-woven, they make the packaging, and they sell it. And they sell it for insulation in the building industry, and you can find it in every do-it-yourself supermarket. It's a growing market with the will to locate new plants in France close to the source so that you avoid to transport the materials. Another example, it's a French brand for denims, for jeans. And they started with the strong will to make 100% made in France pair of jeans. Of course, cotton is not French. But the spinning, the finishing, the weaving, and the manufacturing are made in France. The consumer price is about 100 euro per pair of trousers. It's about 300,000 pesos. The company wanted to work on cotton recycling since the beginning. So they imagined different business models. For instance, they rent recycled jeans for children, and they have a deposit on more expensive jeans. They're gathering the jeans, they recycle it, they made a new yarn, and then they weave it again and they make a new jeans. Here, as we have seen also earlier today, company ESG starts from the jeans also, but from the Dutch army to spin a cotton yarn, and then they weave bath towels. As we also needed to use the polyester, we have made the test at lab scale for Nike by Textile and VKC in plastergy. We're using pallets of recycled polyester to make new products or new t-shirts. If you come to our booth, you can see the product on stage. This racket is blue or red. These parts are made of virgin material. But if you're looking at the black parts, they are made of cotton polyester blend with a soft touch like bakelite and a good performance. It's still expensive, but we're expecting to improve this in a short time. Okay, if you have time, have a look at the fashion at the crossroads. Greenpeace has listed the good practices and mistakes of various fashion stakeholders to help and promote the recycling and eco-design. it's very interesting if you want to have new ideas. And we also have other European projects in circular economy. This one, Fiber Sort, is about one of the main locks which we have in, and which is the sorting of the materials to be recycled. And in this project, the aim is to build a machine able to automatically sort large volumes of textiles according to their composition. It's not easy. Okay. Thank you very much for your attention, and come and see us at booth VR208. Thank you.
Gracias, Karine, por enseñarnos que con un cambio local generaremos un impacto global y además por invitarnos a crear soluciones sostenibles y transformadoras en distintos puntos de la cadena productiva. Este pabellón del conocimiento Inexmoda UPB es posible gracias al apoyo de la Universidad Pontificia Bolivariana,